Hi guys, Anel Tunes here, the African Mix Master, back in another tutorial. Actually, this is a continuation of the previous Midside EQ tutorial that I did previously. Please feel free to go back and look for mastering using Midside EQ, or I'll put the link below. You can just click there and go and watch it first, because this is just a continuation of the other one. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more mastering and mixing tutorials. Yes, last time we looked at how we all know how we got these curves, how we knocked out these frequencies here, which are in the middle. Please watch that video and try to get conversant with it. So I'll just continue from where I stopped. Now, we're going to go to the sides and also knock out those frequencies that are on the sides that we feel that really need to come out, that we feel are not comfortable with our ears. So what you do, just select a point here, then we add a band, and then we come to here. This time you're using the sides, so I'll click here on the sides, and I'll make a narrow curve and sweep through. Now, by sweeping through these whole frequencies here, I actually haven't found any disturbing frequency on the sides. That's to say, that means I just have to bring down. I just found a little bit here that I can just knock out just for the sake. I think actually it wasn't really much there. I just have to cut it out a bit by one, and now that also teaches you a lesson. If I had knocked out these frequencies, actually all these ones here, if I'd knocked them out while in stereo mode, that simply means I would have pulled out these frequencies both from the stereo, from the extreme ends, from the sides, and from the middle, which is the mid. Okay? And we have realized that on the sides, actually, these frequencies are not there. So we only kicked them out from the mid because that's where they were present, and we left the sides there. Because now, had we done it by stereo, that means the stereo width of the song, the extreme sides of the song would have also come down, and you end up losing more of the information on the sides, which actually is not a problem. Now that's the main importance of this particular mid-side EQing. That's a very important thing. So it gives you control on in all areas and all surfaces. So by this at this level, I feel like just this needed to come out. But even if I didn't put it out because I didn't feel it was that much of a problem, I just did it for the sake, which is okay. And we all do these things. Some things you just do because okay, let me just cut out this just for the sake. But I just did it a little bit, just 0.7 dB. Minus 0.7. So let's continue. You see, there is nothing actually there. Now that simply means that in the lows, we only have mono. We don't have the sides. We only have that mid signal. But we've seen, by selecting the sides, we still saw that the graph told us that there is already some information playing on the sides, though we don't hear it, okay? And if it's there and we don't hear it, that simply means it is useless. So we have to knock it out. That's the science behind. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out all that frequency in the low. So I'll make a high pass filter, and then I'll select the side here. Remember, we are cutting out the sides, not the mid. And then we go with this, try to listen.
Let me buy something for your mother. My girl, you know me better. When I have you, girl, I'm greater. Yeah, my day is brighter.
You see, I made a very high high pass filter. But you don't feel any difference. You don't feel like something is being taken away from the recording, mainly in the low end. And that's simply because, yes, that information was there, but it was useless because we couldn't hear it with our own ears. And that means, and you remember, you're doing music for the ears. If I can't hear it, then I don't need it. But that doesn't mean that there's some things you may not be able to hear as per se so clearly, but really contribute to the whole thing at large. So, but this is not the case for this particular, in this particular situation right now. So if I bypass the EQ and then play it back, let's try and listen to the before the bypass and the EQ are applied.
Let me buy something for your mother, my girl. You know me better. When I have you, girl, I'm greater. Yeah, my day is brighter.
You realize that when I bypass, the song tends to get back a little bit, to be pulled back a little bit, and when I apply the EQ, it comes so much more in your face, and it becomes it has some more life and some more breathing space. That's how we achieve such a sound, just by removing out, by knocking out those small frequencies from the necessary field. It could be mid, it could be the sides, and then we get those small changes. So that small difference you hear later when we apply the limiting, that simply means also all these effects that we've made, that small changes we got from the tape, EQ now will also come up, and then you'll get a big sound. So that's it for now. Feel free to watch it again and again so that you get to understand me properly. And see you on my next video. Anel Tunes, once again, the African Mix Master. Feel free to subscribe to this channel, like this video. For more tutorials, bye-bye.